What's up, YouTube? You know what time it is. It's Mighty Fan time, and here I am with pickup vid. This is actually the post winter sale pickups vid. I was there at Mitchell&Ness, of course, yesterday, wearing the same jersey and hat. So if anyone saw me there, I mean, I'm kind of hard to miss in this, but But I was there yesterday for the annual winter sale. Used to be the Super Bowl sale, now it's the winter sale. We know. You know, I went the first day of the sale, and you know, the last few years, what I've done is I've like gone during the week, and I went again on the weekend, mainly on the weekend to meet up with like Big Slim and D, you know, Peter Tom Willis, and you know, my buddy Mark M and whatnot. But this year I just decided to go first day of the sale and knock it out. And you know, I was actually pretty surprised because it was pretty popping in there, man. It was pretty crowded, and I'm like, man, you know, I was not expecting this, because the other years when I went during the week, I was like one of the few people in there, so I had kind of a run of the place, you know. But it wasn't to be this year. It was like just crazy, and it, you know. and it's a smaller store, and they have like racks and stuff, so you kind of have to maneuver around people, and it got a little nuts in there. But shout out to my buddy Russell. I don't know if he ever watches my videos or anything. He's an older guy. He's a big Dallas fan, you know, of course. But he's one of the true fans. So you know, he's a real nice guy. I know years ago we had our picture taken at the store after during a Black Friday deal, and it was like the day after the Eagles like crushed Dallas in Dallas a few years ago on Thanksgiving, and it was me and him, and he was still wearing his Dallas stuff, and I was wearing my Seth Joyner Eagles, you know, throwback, Mitchell&Ness throwback and stuff. But it was a nice picture, and I've seen him, you know, multiple times since at different sales, and he's just a really nice guy, and I love his saying. It's like, if it's not on sale, you gotta bail. Now, the one thing I will say this, full disclosure, one item here I paid full price because I had to have it, and I tried like crazy the last few weeks to try to, you know, hoping that one would show up in my size on eBay at a cheaper price, but it wasn't meant to be. Those darn sellers, they keep listing like size 44 and 48s. You couldn't put 152 on there, really? Or I'll even take a 56. But a 50, no, just the 48s. Like, how many damn times does a 48 have to show up there? No! What about the big people? What about us? We gotta pay retail, really? But anyway, so I did pick up one thing at regular price, and another reason is because some of the other stuff I was thinking about getting, they didn't have, so I'm like, okay, I'll just bite the bullet and get it. So many other people were looking at it, trying them on, and like buying them. Like, yeah, this isn't helping me. And of course, Big Slim, my buddy, of course, you remember in the last video, he got it. So yeah. Okay, so I'm going to start with that. And you did see him with it in the last video, my last pickup video. And again, big shout out to him because he helped me in the last video. We were here a few weeks ago showing our different additions to the collections. And this is it, the 91 All-Star Michael Jordan jersey. They just dropped this a few weeks ago. I really like it. I know, you know, it's definitely different than any of the All-Stars that they've done in the past. So it's just really nice. I love that logo on the front, the NBA with the star is supplemented right onto the jersey, as well as the little stars here. This year it was in Charlotte, so it's got the little crowns going in the All-Star stars there. It's pretty cool. I don't know how well you can... There you go. 23 is double-stitched, and it's got the jocked with the year, the date rather, Michael Jordan. Really nice. Really like this jersey. I like the high NBA logo there. I guess they did that because they had this design going with the star, so they upped the logo that year. Jordan 23 single stitched. Like, it's a solid jersey. I know people like are not big fans of the newer Run Mitchell&Ness stuff, but really this is a nice jersey. I think they pretty much hit the nail on the head with it. And I know they just put out like the jacket and the shorts to go with it, and I'm like, me, you know me, I'm about the jersey and hat, and I'm like depressed because they didn't make a hat to go with that. So really, you just couldn't, even a snapback. I would take a snapback with, just make the damn thing with the logo on the front. Just give me something. Though I think, if I remember correct, next year's All-Star Game is in Charlotte. If I'm mistaken, I apologize, but I think I saw that. I know this year's in Toronto, and I think next year might be Charlotte. And if that's the case, I know Mitchell&Ness likes to make, like last year when it was in New York, they made all the hats for the different All-Star Games. So I'm hoping if that's the case, they'll make a, if I have to wait a year, I'll wait a year. But if it's the 90, put a hat with this logo on there just so I can match it up with the jersey. Oh, man. I'm depressed, man. I want a hat to go with. I'll just have to wear like a Phillies hat or something with the colors, or something with it. But they just couldn't make the hat. Really, really, Mitchell&Ness, all the things I've done for you, and you can't make a hat to go. Haven't you learned that? You've learned nothing. 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 When you make a jersey, you gotta make the hat to go with. Nothing. But anyhow. I'll just have to wait. I'll have to be patient. That's the way it goes. Nothing. But oh, here's the next. A few weeks ago when I went to the store with Big Slim, I saw these two jerseys in there, and they were in my size on the floor. Normally when I go there, I see smaller jerseys on the floor. And it's like, it doesn't hurt so bad, when you're in there and there's no sale going on and the jerseys you see are smaller sizes. Like, okay, well, couldn't get it anyhow, right? Unless I asked if they had a bigger size. But these were in my size, and these are definitely two that have been on my hit list. And I'm like, these darn things better be here in a couple weeks when I come back for the winter sale. And luckily, they were the first two things I looked for too. So I'm glad. They were still. I almost thought about like hiding them somewhere, like taking them and just putting them somewhere else in the store, and just hiding them behind some stuff. These are here from MightyFan. But odds are they probably would have found it, put it back, and it is what it is. But the first of which is, and I think they made this jersey some years ago in the original run of it when they put out Jack Youngblood and Joe Namath and some of the others, but it's Nolan Cromwell. And when I think of this jersey, I always think of A-Rock, because I remember those years ago when we met up at the older location for the store. A-Rock bought this. It was the original run of this. It was on the sale rack. He bought it, and I bought the Chuck Foreman Vikings jersey that day on the sale rack, and this was the one he picked up. So. I do. I think of him when because it brings back that memory there, and yeah. So Nolan Cromwell, Los Angeles Rams. They're back in LA now, but they're not going to wear the. They got to go back to this. At least for now, they're like wearing the same jerseys that they've worn and said they got to go back to. Come on, Rams, go back to this. Just, you can never go wrong with an old LA Rams jersey. It just really pops. Or like the early St. Louis Rams jerseys, like Marshall Faulk and them. Like, just, these colors are just so iconic, and the look of it is just amazing. Always awesome. So yeah, Nolan Cromwell, this is a circa 1979 LA Rams jersey right there. Really nice. Everything, of course, is pressed onto the jersey. Nothing is stitched, as we all know with the Rams jerseys. No matter what player it is. From this era, at least. Alright, Nolan Cromwell. Again, shout out to A-Rock. Hope he's doing well. I know he hasn't really posted a video in a number of years, but I know, he had a nice family there. Hope everything's going well for you, and maybe make a video sometime. Just let us know how things are going. Alright, last but not least, as far as the jerseys go, okay. Yeah, this was the other one that a few weeks ago I saw in my size with other, in this case, hockey jerseys, and I'm like, just still be there in a couple weeks. So, yeah, Patrick Waugh, 2001 Stanley Cup Finals jersey. They issued this, I think, last year. They put this out. Pretty solid. I know some people complaining about whatever, but it looks pretty good in my estimation. I really like it. I think it pops. It does have a little fight strap going on at the bottom, which but it is what it is. It's still a solid jersey. Some people say I got this fight strap wrong or whatever, but when I'm wearing the jersey, no one's seeing the fight strap. People are seeing the jersey. So the fight strap, okay, but there might be other things with this, but to me, it's still a solid jersey. I mean, not trying to hate on people who hate on it or anything, but it's just like, is what it is. I think it's a solid jersey. I like it. I'll definitely wear it a bunch. I was a fan of these Avalanche teams back in the day too, like Joe Sakic. He was one of my favorite players back then. I still have his original starter jersey from back in the day, and Patrick Waugh, of course, one of the all-time greats, Hall of Famer, goaltender. Now the coach of the Avalanche. He still gets pretty heated. Gutless. They're all gutless. But yeah, Colorado Avalanche. I know my buddy Mark M got this. I think, if I remember correctly, it was like Black Friday or something like that, and I didn't pull the trigger on it then, but I definitely wanted it, so grabbed it. Now, Patrick Waugh. Everything is, is just stitched on, the patch, the logo. The 33s is actually triple stitched with that dazzle twill, going for the silver. It's got the old alternate logos on the shoulders, and the Waugh single stitch nameplate 33 is triple stitch as well, with that dazzle twill for the silver. It's really, like I said, it's a solid jersey. Yes, you can probably still get like the older run CCMs or starters or whatever, Patrick Waugh and whatever, but those are absolutely solid jerseys. But I think they did pretty good with this overall. Maybe a few things here and there, but overall I think it's a solid jersey. And I wish they would put out more hockey jerseys. I mean, I know they put out what sells, and it's like NBA and NFL and MLB and hockey. They always kind of go here and there. They like tease us with stuff from time to time, but there's so many still out there that they should make. And I know people say, well, they won't make them right, but at least I think they should attempt to make them, because it's still one of the things they're lacking on, in my estimation, as far as jerseys anyhow. I know they make hats and jackets and all sorts of stuff, but the jerseys they gotta really get back into with hockey, because I always big fan of hockey jerseys. I always think they pop, and yeah. Come on, Mitchell&Ness, get with it. Hat for the 91 Jordan All-Star and more hockey jerseys. Let's go. Tip from Mighty Fan. But anyhow, moving on. All right. Still from the sale. Okay, so these aren't jerseys, but I've been sleeping on these jackets for a number of years. I have a couple, but honestly, I've been sleeping on them, and I definitely wanted to add a few more to the collection. There's still ones out there that I want to grab. I know there's the Raptors, there's the Grizzlies, Warriors, stuff like that. Some of the teams I have like multiple jerseys of, I definitely want to get, like the shoot-around jacket. And I love these shoot-around jackets back in the day, in the 90s, and they had the pants. I still have my original champions from back in the day, the away version of this, the jacket and the pants. So my team, of course, one of my big teams growing up was the Bulls. Big Michael Jordan fan, Scottie Pippen fan, big Bulls fan. So I definitely remember when they wore these. These were the shoot-around jackets, the warm-up jackets. They would come out during the games. They would have the breakaway pants and the jackets. And, I have, like I said, the original champion red, the away red. This is the home white. I got a lot of home white Michael Jordan jerseys, now, so have this to go with them. It is a shoot-around jacket from the 90s, from that era. So there it is. Nothing is stitched besides the logo. Everything else is pressed on. That's how the Bulls wore it back then. But it's really nice. In my estimation, they did a really nice job with these jackets. It's got the 1992-93 Chicago Bulls on the inside. Right there. And it's a button down. So, as most of these were back then. If not all. I think they all were button down back then. You just rip them open like a superhero. Like I said, I've been sleeping on these. Mainly when I go for sales, I've been looking at like jerseys and hats, right? And that's like it. But this time, like I said, they didn't have some of the other things I was hoping to find. So I'm like, okay, well, if they don't have this, okay, I've been sleeping on these jackets, let me get a couple. So I needed to get the Bulls, and then I needed to get this one, because this one, I mean, you talk about one of the great all-time logos. You talk about one of the great all-time colorways in the history, not only of the NBA, but the history of sports. And of course, they're back, and they came back last season, and they went back to those colors. Although I kind of wish that they readopted the older logo, maybe stylized it a little bit, but kind of brought it back. But of course, I talk about the Charlotte Hornets. I mean, you can never go wrong with anything Charlotte Hornets, particularly the older stuff. The newer stuff's nice, and I like that current logo. It pops. It's nice. The colors, of course, are great. But back in the day, back in the '90s, when yours truly was in middle school and in high school, it was the Star, it was the Logo Athletic, it was whatever pro player, whoever made it. The hats, the shirts, Champion, of course, the jerseys, the jackets. It was all. I mean, Charlotte Hornets were one of the top-selling teams in the history of sports, and for good reason. The colors, the logo was just iconic. And of course, it didn't hurt that they had some really good players. Like Ray Johnson, Alonzo Mourning, Muggsy Bogues. It helped. It helped, But yeah, Charlotte Hornets, this is the road away shoot-around jacket. And it's definitely one I wanted to grab. And I know they made the home version of this too. But this is the road, so it's got nothing on the front besides the NBA logo. But if you notice on the sleeves, it's got the NBA 50th anniversary on one sleeve. The other sleeve, it has that Charlotte small. Shout out to point forwards Alex and Mac. Another Mac Wilson, of course. M. Diddy, of course, from the area. Big Hornets fans, of course. So shout out to them. Of course, me being in Philly, so I'm more of a Sixers guy, but the Bulls too. But the Hornets always have a spot for them too, because I just love those jerseys and those uniforms from back in the day and the logo. And there you see it. There it is. Here's Hugo on the back, all big and bold. That logo was the logo back in the 90s. It was just such an iconic logo. Everyone had it. I had it. The shirts, the hats, everything. So, yeah. Awesome shoot-around jacket. I got a couple of Hornets jerseys that go with it, so had to get this. Love it. I just, it brings back memories. It really does, the way the NBA used to be back in the day. And this, one of the all-time great logos and great colorways. That purple and teal, just awesome. Just goes perfectly together. This and the stitching on this is really nice. It's got almost like chain stitching going around. And it's just, they really hit the mark on this. I think they did a really good job with the shoot-around jackets that they've made over the past how many years. I think they've done a really nice job with them. Might not be exactly the quality of the ones they used to make back in the day when they made some of the stuff from the 70s and whatnot, but, I mean, it's still really nice, in my opinion. And I've definitely been sleeping on these. There's a few more I want to get over the next, however long, just to get some more to go with some of the jerseys, but... And me being such a lover of the NBA 90s, that's what I grew up with. So, anytime I can add a 90s item, throwback item or whatever, it's always a good thing. That's my wheelhouse. That's what I grew up with. So, the NBA on NBC. with the, what was it, the John Tesh music or whatever that was. Yeah, so I got a couple lids. This is actually the last of the portion for the sale. Although I do have something not videoed here. I picked up a knit hat for the Seattle Supersonics. Speaking of back in the 90s, it's their old colorway, the old green and yellow. But I got that because at this point I didn't have one of them, and I always wanted a Sonics knit because I have hats and but I don't have a knit to this point. In this part of the country, it gets cold this time of year, so I picked up a knit hat for the Sonics, and then I got some lids, of course. So. Sonic's not pictured in the knit hat, but these are the lids. Golden State Warriors, this of course goes with my throwback, the Hardwood Classic Steph Curry Golden State Warriors jersey I picked up a couple months ago. And it's the jersey hook hat, so it goes with the jersey. Of course, Mitchell&Ness didn't make that jersey, but they made the hat to go with it. It's kind of got like the shorts design on the sides, but you know, it's really supposed to go with that jersey too, because it got the same logo and everything on the jersey and the colors and everything. Really nice. So, actually, it goes with any Warriors from that era too. I mean, you can wear it with a Barry or Thurman or whoever from that era, you know, back in the old days, the 70s and stuff. And of course, it goes with Steph or Draymond Green or Thompson. Or my Sixers almost beat him though on Saturday. Harrison Barnes made a last-second shot, but that's okay. Sixers don't need to win too many games. We need those ping pong balls. Yeah, get a really good guard in this year's draft, hopefully, and keep building. So another jersey hook hat, Washington Capitals. Love these old caps, the jerseys and the old colors. And they actually went back to this as their alternate jersey, the red. They wore the white one for a while as their like the road jersey, and then they wore the red one as their home jersey. So they actually brought this back this year, and I'm hoping at some point to pick up like an Ovechkin or something like that, because I love those jerseys, like the old Capitals jerseys. I always liked them. So so I picked up the hat to go with it for whenever I do get it, and it would go with the white one too. So if I get the white one, this would go with it. If I get the red one, it would go with it. So this is one of those times when I'll get the hat before the jersey, just the hat. And then I got this Avalanche hat. It actually goes with Patrick Waugh because it has the same Stanley Cup Finals patch on the side, 2001. Colorado Avalanche. And I think I have another Avalanche hat. It's like fitted with the patch, but it's from another year. That one goes more with Joe Sakic. So that is it from the haul from the Mitchell&Ness store for their annual winter sale pickup. Shout out to Mitchell&Ness for doing the sale. You know, they give us 3 good sales a year. You know, winter sale, Father's Day, and then Black Friday. Barring any like pop-up sales or flash sales they'll do on the website from time to time. But you know, it's good. I always look forward to them. Obviously, you know, I'm there for everyone, and you know, again, shout out to the company for continuing to put them on. But I did, and you guys in the groups already saw these, and I apologize for showing them again. But for those of you not in the Facebook groups, this is new to you. I did pick up 3, prior to the sale, I was able to get 3 older run Mitchell&Ness NBA jerseys, so let's get right into those. Speaking of the All-Star game, of course, the All-Star game is next weekend for the NBA. This Sunday is, of course, Super Bowl 50 with the Panthers and the Broncos. Looking forward to it. Hopefully it's a good game. I think it'll be a nice defensive battle. But so we got another All-Star jersey right here. This is from the 1992 All-Star game, although it doesn't have the year tag on this jersey. Particular jersey just has the jock. But 1992 Magic Johnson. This is his last All-Star game. Of course, he was All-Star game MVP that year. I believe it was in Orlando that year. Basically the same style as you saw in the 91 Jordan, although this one is the road blue from that year that they wore. Really nice. I've never seen this in person before I got it in the mail, and it was just, man, just amazing. Quality, quality, quality. Older Korea run. It's got the NBA logo again supplemented onto the back like it was for the 91 Jordan, and the 32 is double stitched onto the front. It's got the NBA logo, and it's got Johnson single stitched, no nameplate, and the 32 double stitched onto the back. Awesome jersey, one of the more iconic NBA All-Star jerseys that people look for. Of course, Magic's last, you know, All-Star game appearance, he was the MVP. Still remember like all the players like coming up and hugging him and, you know, shaking hands and everything. And it was a nice moment. And I still remember that moment when he kept hitting those shots over Isaiah Thomas, I believe it was, wearing this jersey. It's just one of the great All-Star moments, and from a great player, Magic Johnson, the Magic Man. So that's his All-Star jersey from '92. Now, I do have the newer China run in this, and I think it's a solid jersey. I mean, I like it. I got it years ago at a winter sale at Mitchell&Ness, but I saw this. Now, the seller had a lot of 5 jerseys for sale, older run Mitchell&Ness. Now, I already had 2 of them out of the 5 in my collection, so I asked him if he would break it up and sell the 3 that I didn't have. He was nice enough to do so shout out to the seller. This is just an amazing jersey. This is the Allen Iverson rookie jersey, the alternate Phila jersey, but it's the original run. And the original run, now the current one, of course, is made in China. The original run was made in Mexico back in the day. You see by the jock tag. And let me tell you something. The cut on this jersey is amazing. It is absolutely. This is how the Sixers wore it. You know, that season when he in his rookie year. I mean, the cut is just crazy on this jersey. 1996-97, of course. So it's the NBA 50th. So it's got the gold logo, that filler, and this is a light jersey, like light. Like, you know, there ain't much to it, but it is solid. This is one of the nicest jerseys that I have, and I have a lot of jerseys, but this is just the cut, the feel of this jersey. It is just awesome. The look of it. I mean, when you put this together with the current China run, and again, I'm not a hater on the new stuff. The current China run, I wear it. It's fine, but you put this up against it, and it's no contest. It's just, this one is, you know, so much. Oh man, it's awesome. But it's got the double stitch filler, the 3 gold logo, Iverson single stitch, no nameplate, double stitch 3 on the back. I mean, just you can just see that cut just in this video. Like, look at that. It's just bananas. It's insane. It's like, you know, how many of these, you know, you're gonna see? So you don't see the original run too often. You see the newer China run a lot, but the original run is hard to find. So when I saw it in that set, I'm like, and I remember because it was the same day I was with Big Slim on the bus coming back from the store, and I saw it on eBay. I'm like, oh man, look at this set. We were just talking about that '92 Magic Johnson jersey, like on the way for some jerseys that, you know, I've been, you know, wanting to get and whatever, and then here it is, you know, with Iverson, with the original run, and this next one, and it's just, it was like perfect, you know. So, last but not least, another original run of an iconic jersey from back in the day, iconic player from back in the day, and Dominique Wilkins. That's right. This is the original run of his away, the older run, I should say, of his away Hawks jersey. I believe this one's made in Vietnam, if I'm not mistaken. Goodness. Maybe I'm wrong about that. I thought I saw where this was made eventually. I think this might even be a USA run. This may be a USA run. Yeah, this may be a USA run. Because I don't see any other, unless the other tag is not on there on the bottom about where it's exactly made. So I could be wrong about where it was made. But let me look on the inside, actually. That's the other thing. Oh, yeah, made in USA. Of course, made in USA. So I apologize about that. Made in USA. And sometimes you can tell when they're made in USA if you don't see, like, a tag, like a, you know, tag on there or something. It's usually a USA run. And yes, this is a USA run. Dominique Wilkins road jersey. The McDonald's jersey, as they used to call it back then, because it's got the McDonald's colorway. Let me tell you something. This jersey, this style the Hawks used to wear, is one of my all-time favorites. I know I've kind of gone on kind of long already, and I apologize about that. I don't have to show. But the funny story is, when I was younger, I used to collect basketball cards. And if you remember back in the day, for those of you old heads like me, if you remember back in the day going to like a card shop, a sports card shop, they would have like cards, like rows of cards in the protective little plastic sleeves or holders or whatever, and they used to have them. And I saw I saw one of Dominique Wilkins, and it was like him doing one of his dunks, and it was like a special card. It was some sort of like, it wasn't like a regular like card. It was like some special one, but it was him wearing this jersey, and I just loved it. It was like one of the first real memories I have of sports card collecting back in the day was a Dominique Wilkins card, and I picked it up. It was like, whatever, $5, whatever it was. But I picked it up, and I just always remembered him in this particular jersey, and of course the white one too. But this one, the road red, and you know, seeing footage of him back then and everything, and you know, he was one of the first great dunkers that I ever saw, and I was always a big Meek fan. I mean, you know, he was one of my first favorite players, along with Jordan, and just always liked him, appreciated his game, and you know, so to have the older USA run of this, and I know that Mitchell&Ness has made, you know, this again. They made the China run of it, and all due respect to it, but this is the one you got to get. I mean, Then you were trying to run. I mean, you know, if you're just a neat fan of one jersey, it's fine. But for collectors like me, I mean, you definitely want to have the older run. It's just, this is the one to go after. Quality all around. It's got that, you know, that Hawks on the front. Everything, you know, the Hawks is single stitched. 21 is double stitched. NBA logo. I mean, you just can never go wrong with this jersey. And many years ago, I got the swingman of this same jersey. You know, I wore the heck out of it. I loved it. I mean, it's still one of my, you know, it's actually a jersey I wore like last year, I think, at like the movie theater, just watching a movie. But, you know, to get the original, or I guess older run USA in this is a real treat for me, because I definitely remember him in this. And this is like one of the first jerseys that I loved back in the day. So, really a treat for me to have it. Older jock tag right there. It's from the 86-87 season. He was the MVP that year. There's the Wilkins. Single stitched on the back, 21, double stitched. Definitely going to get a lot of wears out of this. Love this jersey. Love this style. I love the fact the Hawks wore this as like a throwback. But they wore the home version of it, but they wore this like a year ago as like a throwback. They've worn it before too, but I always like wish they would just wear it as like an alternate jersey every year, because it's still one of my favorites. Yeah, I just love this. The home, the away, but really that away with that red, it's just still one of my favorite all-time jerseys. So yeah, even highlight reel, Dominique Wilkins, great player, Hall of Famer, of course. So yeah, that is it. That is it. We have reached the end. Can you believe it? It's only taken me over a half hour to get to the end, but we have gotten there. So I thank all of you who made it with me for this journey of pickups from the winter sale, from some stuff from eBay. So this is basically kind of a hodgepodge. It's the pickups from the annual winter sale at Mitchell&Ness. It's also a few pickups from eBay. So I guess it's like the end of January pickups and then the winter sale. Next video I do have a hockey pickup vid, but man, I've been like sleeping on getting that one put together and edited and everything for my you know, Melting the Ice series. Hopefully I'll have that one together and you know, by the weekend or next week or something. But hopefully that will be out soon. And then the next pickup video I'll have for you, aside from any hockey, is going to be the if I pick up anything else, the rest of the February will be the pickups of February besides the sale, because that's already done. And obviously the Patrick Wall won't be in the Melting the Ice, because I already showed it. So that's the exception to the rule for hockey. But hockey pickups. Oh man. Anyhow, I gotta go. I've been talking for over a half hour, and I have nothing else to say. I know a lot of you are like applauding right now. Yeah. But anyhow, I thank all of you, as always, my subscribers, fellow Jersey heads, kings of, you know, all the groups on Facebook, family, friends, fellow DDR members, anyone I'm forgetting. Big shout out to all of you. I'm actually going to put a link to this video in the groups. Instead of doing what I normally do, just put pictures up, you know, just have a little variety. So you can see the pickups of the sale, you know, in that vid, this vid there. So, you know, and you'll see the jerseys you already saw pictures of before in the 3 NBA, but yeah. Okay, you can fast forward that part. Okay, everyone. Well, that's going to do it for me. Enjoy the Super Bowl. I hope it's a great game. Hopefully it even has an overtime. We've never had overtime. It's Super Bowl 50. We're due for one. My Eagles aren't in it, so it's okay. My nerves don't have to be like crazy during the game. Just enjoy it. I've only seen my Eagles in one of them, but you know, what can you do? Hopefully one of these years, sometime soon, they'll be in another one. But anyhow, that's going to do it for me. As always, big shouts to everyone. Peace. It's MightyFan's saying peace, of course, and I will see you in that next video. All right, everyone, take care. Happy collecting. See you next time. Bye.